Okay, here we go. Getting ready for our first Inspire race here in Taranto. And we've got a collection of the very best young and youth sailors, boys and girls, 50-50 split, from the south of Italy. And they've been chucked in these WASPs. None of them are natural to WASP sailing, but we've got laser youth area champions, 420 youth champions, and these guys have come together, the best in the region, all under 18, and they're shooting it out in Taranto.
That's right, Vittoria there, she's got the boat nicely set up before the start. She's going to be really keen to beat her twin sister racing here, Sophia. So that's going to be a battle within the race, I imagine, Freddie. She's nice and close to the start line, but up and foiling is Richard. He's in here from Malta. Looks like a bit of a pre-race favourite to me, Fred.
Well, I think he is a pre-race favourite. Anyone who finishes second at the Oppie Worlds, and back in 2016 he got a second at the Europeans, that guy is a baller.
And classic outrage there. He's just gone off screen, but he was up on his foil in the pre-start. That's what we want to see now for these young sailors. Great opportunity here with the Inspire programme. It's getting to be out racing on the same waters as the world's best sailors on the F50s. They're here in the WASP, and this is probably as close to a feeder class for the SailGP F50s as you're going to get, Freddie.
Yeah, you got to look at the word pathway, and this is the pathway into Grand Prix sailing. We've got about 10 seconds to go to the start here. They're trying to pump the boats up onto the foil, and wow, look at these WASPs. Light air, single-handed foiling monohulls. The gun goes.
Great start there, and off the line at the top end of it's Federico, Zena coming out of the middle, Richard in first place, and it's our spare sailor Ernesto Lupo leading away, it looks like to me, at this leeward end of the line. They're flying down there. A lot of pumping at the start. Not sure what our umpire Craig Mitchell would have made of that, Freddie.
Oh, I think it's all open sport, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's all about foiling, all about getting ripping, and these really are the cream of, let's call it, the southern Italian sailing circuit. And here they are. They're sailing in front of the F50 teams. You can see the French team cruise past in the background. And what a spotlight to be shown on. It's like playing the pre-game at the Champions League final.
Crucial jibe here. Lovely handling there. Key here we're looking for these young sailors is, can they keep the boat on the foil there? Desana had a brilliant start. Cesana, sorry, had a brilliant start there, Matteo. And he's got the boat up on the foil, pumping the boat there. Helps fan the sails, fan the wind, keep these WASPs up on the foils, sailing fast on this next downwind leg.
And he says, Cesana says, his dream would to become part of a SailGP or an America's Cup crew. So he has got his eyes set on the very top of the sport.
Well, that's what these SailGP is looking to inspire, and that's what we hope to do. These young sailors out on the water here, equal mix of young boys and girls, and there Cesana falls off the foil. How costly will that be as he moves further down the course?
And it's not just about the racing side of the Inspire programme. Over the next 4 seasons within SailGP, we're looking to have 10,000 participants to go out and try sailing and learn everything that we know that sailing can teach you as a person. And one of the key messages around that is obviously about being powered by nature and the sustainability lifestyle and the sustainability stance that SailGP has got.
We're lucky to see these young sailors out on the water here. That's Zena Marchesini, lovely jibe here. But yeah, this is very much the sailing end of it. The Inspire programme, it's also working behind the teams, be that with media, be that with the tech teams. And there's a lot of opportunity for people to be involved with this fantastic sport through SailGP.
It's about learning careers within the sailing industry. As you said, Stevie, we might find our future boat builders. We might find our future cameramen. We might find our future event organisers. What these kids are trying to do is become the future sailors.
That's right, and great here in Italy. Look at that lovely foiling technique. Perfect there, up on the foils. Boat leaning a little bit towards him there. That just helps, gives you extra righting moment, extra power in embracing everything you can from this light Mediterranean breeze.
Stevie, we've got to talk about opportunity. When you and I were coming up through the British youth system, imagine being given the opportunity to go and do Grand Prix sailing as a teenager in front of a crowd, in front of the world's best sailors. This is such an opportunity.
Yeah, it's such a fantastic opportunity, and they're really taking it here, working the boat so hard, trying to get them downwind in these light conditions. And it is fantastic. What a chance. I mean, if we'd have had that when we were younger, who knows, Freddie? Perhaps we'd be out there doing it, not talking about it.
Maybe in your case. I'm quite happy in this studio. We've got to talk about the female athlete program as well. In the Inspire race here, with 9 boats on board, 4 of them are female, and that directly translates up into SailGP and where we're going with that as well.
Absolutely. I think it's often been a bit of a unequal split in terms of that opportunity, and SailGP and the Inspire program are very, very determined to make sure that that opportunity level is evened out. I'm pretty keen that we find a camera angle at some stage to see Vittoria and Sophia, that family battle, the twin sisters, to see how they're getting on with things. But at the moment, as we follow here, Cesana, well, he had the perfect start. Oh, it's a tough game jibing these boats.
So, Stevie, we're looking at a wasp, and often within our commentary of the SailGP, we talk about a moth. What's the difference between a wasp and a moth? Explain it.
Well, this is very much a one design class. So to look at, very similar. Designed by Andrew McDougall from Australia, who was the designer and the builder of the famous Mach 2 moth, really set moth sailing into the worldwide press view. But now he's managed to come up with a one design version. It is equal for the boys and girls, and here we go. There, that's Sophia Caputo. She's getting herself right back into this race. She's a overall match race sailor, zonal champion, and her dream is to become skipper of Luna Rossa. Well, this seems like a pretty good way to go about it, showing off in front of current skipper Francesco Bruni.
And there's number 4, that's Richard. He is the guy who has finished second at the Oppie Worlds, and I'm actually reading down his sailing CEV, as impressive as it is, and he came first WASP at Foiling Week in 2020, so he does know a little bit more about WASP sailing than maybe some of these others, and that's why he's at the front of the fleet. And interestingly, I'm looking at his sailing career end goals. He wants to be the next Russell Coutts. Wow. Be careful what you wish for. I mean, yes, you go and win all those America's Cup titles, but then you have the pressure of running SailGP.
It is, yeah. Nice pressure to have, though, and I'd take it for all the amazing achievements Sir Russell Coutts has managed to make happen. But here we go, the boats at the bottom of the course now. They turn from the downwind to the upwind. Imagine it's going to be really hard to get the boats on the foil upwind in this light winds. And in fact, I think that could well be called as the finish and the end of the race. And that's a great finish there. Richard Soteris, did he get it on the line? I think he did. You called him as favourite beforehand. He delivered.
Here we go, race 2. We saw a really short and sharp race 1 where it rewarded staying on the foil, just like the F50, all about boat speed at the gun, Stevie. As we know, that's the key to getting onto the course well.
Perfect timing as well as we run into the start here. There's Zeno Marchesini. He was second in the first race. He's on the foil. Looks like a perfect start at the bottom end of the line on the foils. Wow. Outeridge-esque as he came in there on the foils, charging through from behind and coming into shot there. At the top, we have Federico Granera. He's going well, but it's Richard Schustis from Malta, race 1 winner. Can he chase down Zena in this crucial second race?
Yeah, Zeno, the number 2 out to the left-hand side of your picture there. Pretty simple goal in sailing. I want to win the Olympics. Get after it.
Well, you know, you don't set yourself big goals, you've got very little chance to achieve. There we have the future Russell Coutts in Richard there, jibing. Nice early jibe, downwind leg now, trying to keep on the foils, find space and get yourself down this course quickly. Really working the sails hard, Freddie. It's very physical, these boats in this light wind.
Talk about a sprint race for the Instagram generation here, Stevie. You and I, in our youth, are used to going out and doing sort of 90-minute long races. This is a 10-minute sprint, slalom course, maximum heart rate. You've got to be absolutely flat out the whole time to get the best out of these wasps.
That's right. This foiling generation, so lucky, and even luckier as well, to be involved in this Inspire program, trying to make sure we get a full contingent of young future SailGP sailors, technicians, media crew, all the opportunities to be involved in SailGP. And it's fantastic that at the first ever Italy Sail Grand Prix, the Inspire program's here putting on this great show and focused in on Zeno here, doing a nice job. Perhaps wants to sit a little bit further forward in the boat, get that boat a little closer down to accelerate before you try and get on the foil. There we have Vittoria Caputo. She's gone well there. Twin sister Sophia in the race. That's a real family battle. And she's sailing, not even trying to get on the foil. Lovely weight forward in the boat there, Freddie, from Vittoria.
And Vittoria's goal within sailing is to be the first female skipper of Luna Rossa, the famous America's Cup Challenge. So she's going after Francesco Bruni's job.
Well, and her sister, Sophia, who also wants to be the first female skipper of Luna Rossa. But in these new AC75s, Freddie,
One driving on port, one driving on starboard.
Twin sisters, telepathic. There you go, Luna Rossa. We've got your plan sorted for the next America's Cup.
If they're looking for an agent, we'll do it.
Case closed. Here we go. Little jibe here. You can see how hard it is jibing the boats here. Federico there, nice jibe, but up on the foils. There he is. Zeno flying in here. Got the boat. No, it's Cesana. Sorry, Matteo. He came from a long way back in the first race and up on the foils at this stage. Wow, he's going to be making some gains at the moment.
He looks like a slightly bigger fella compared to the rest of the guys out there. So in this light breeze, he's showing real skill to keep that WASZP on the foil and keep it ripping. If you're 20 kilos lighter than him, it should be easier. So he must have lovely technique.
Really, really nice technique. Absolutely. There, look, Richard jiving, working hard to get those battens popped. Clearly, just rounded mark number 3, not on the foils. Interesting choice here. Sail a long way out, not even trying to foil. Definitely trying to sail a minimum distance rather than even bother getting on the foils. Going to be interesting. Has Matteo got it right? Has Richard got it right?
They've definitely opted for the non-foiling option. They've gone dead downwind, projected their sail to the wind, and they are pointing towards the finish. They are choosing not to foil. They're going directly to go, collecting their $200.
Matteo and Zeno have both fallen off the foils as well, though. And here comes the finish line here. It looks like it's going to be 2 from 2 for Richard. You indeed. What a finish there. Great decision making at Mark 3. Didn't try and get on the foils. Sailed the shortest course. Now, this is the battle for second place, Freddie.
Coming in close. Both of them choosing not to foil as well as Richard, and they are working and ooching and pumping as they come downwind. It's going to be a proper photo finish. I think Zeno might have the inside line as they jibe for the finish. No, mate. Oh, who's going to get it?
Oh, that's going to have to go to the umpires, surely. Zeno, I think, has got it. Matteo third, and it looks like crossing the line there, Federico. Wow, he came from nowhere to get back in the race, but sadly just off the podium.
Lovely show of sportsmanship at the finish there. Thumbs up all round. What a great finish.
Final race here in Taranto for the Inspire programme will be done tomorrow.